Title 42 is lifting in the United States this May. What does that mean at the southern borders, ladies and gentlemen? Come on in. Bring grandma, your hamster, your dog, your cat, your goat. Bring everyone in. So here's an interesting factoid. Since Biden took office, 34,688 pounds of fentanyl has been seized at the southern border. Think about all the fentanyl that has not been seized. So 34,688. That is enough to kill 7.8 billion people. Ladies and gentlemen, 165 countries are coming across the border, almost all unvetted. Human trafficking is at an all-time high. It's happening at an alarming rate. Kids are being put into the sex trafficking trade across the U.S. and all over the world. The southern border is a big port for that. There's a lot of sick bastards out there that like to hurt innocent children, ladies and gentlemen. Just based on the fentanyl issue alone, you should hope the border would be closed. 100,000 plus people are going to die of overdose in 2023. And a lot of innocent people are dying too. But hey, we have too much population, right? Who cares? Now they're coming after the rice. Do you know how much rice feeds half the world population? I'm really starting to think, these peeps are anti-human. So things are just getting crazier and crazier every day. You can't make this stuff up. Now Biden is going to punish good credit home buyers to subsidize high-risk mortgages. Yes, ladies and gentlemen, your good credit score is going to be used against you if you buy a home. Unbelievable. Shame on you for having good credit. Shame, shame, shame. Home buyers with good credit scores will soon encounter a costly surprise. A new federal rule forcing them to pay higher mortgage rates and fees to subsidize people with riskier credit ratings who, are also in the market to buy homes. Unbelievable. This is absolute insanity. So Biden is making responsible people who pay their bills on time and have a high credit score for a reason. The high credit scores pay, so people with a high credit score pay, higher mortgage rates to subsidize loans for people with low credit ratings that don't pay their bills on time. So the war on merit continues, folks. So the fee changes will go into effect May 1st as part of the Federal Housing Finance Agency's push for affordable housing, and they will affect mortgages originating at private banks across the country. So the federally backed home mortgage companies, Fannie Mae, Freddie Mac, will enact the loan level price adjustments, or the LLPAs. There's your acronym. So check this out. Check this out. The fee, which will apply to those buying or refinancing houses after May 1st, will affect home buyers with credit scores of 680 or higher. Wow, you got great credit? You're going to pay for that. Will roughly amount to $40 to $60 per month on a home loan of $400,000, or nearly $500 per year. Home buyers who make down payments of 15 to 20% will be hit with the largest fees. You want to put more money down? We're going to give you more fees. Unbelievable. You can't make this stuff up. So according to those in the industry, the changes will, it's going to frustrate home buyers with high credit scores, as well as those looking to refinance. And, as their bottom line being punished for having strong financial positions. It's unbelievable. The changes, ladies and gentlemen, don't make sense. You're penalizing borrowers with larger down payments and credit scores. It's not going to go over well. And people in the industry are all saying that, but what can you do about it? It's been changed, right? So this has been reported in the Washington Times, and other people are talking about it. It overcomplicates things already. Buying a home is very difficult for a consumer, and it's already a stressful process. It's very overwhelming with the amount of paperwork that you already have to do and the jargon. You need a strong real estate professional to help you through that process. So confusing the borrower, in my opinion, is never a good thing, and this is going to confuse the borrower even more. It's not fair. It's un-American. It's wrong. So let me put a bow on this. Under the new Biden rules, those with low credit scores and smaller down payments will qualify for better mortgage rates and discounted fees thanks to surcharges on those with good credit scores. What a joke! In the wake of a 3 percentage point increase in mortgage rates are still historically low, ladies and gentlemen. Now is not the time to raise fees on home buyers. We are in a recession. We have ultra high inflation and a 41-year high. Okay, this is not just me talking about this. The NRA president has talked about this. People on both sides of the fence, for Christ's sake, have talked about this. There was testimony at the Federal Housing Finance Agency earlier this year. This has been on my radar for a while. Now it's happening. Now we look at both sides. Biden appointed FHA Director Sandra Thompson, meanwhile, said that the fee changes will increase pricing support for purchase borrowers limited by income or wealth. We got to help them out. And the agency considers the fee charges minimal, no big deal, no big deal. In short, the fee charges will subsidize higher risk borrowers by imposing intentional disruption to traditional risk-based pricing. Isn't that sweet? Maybe some people don't have the responsibility, we have precedent for this, of paying their bills on time to own a home. So I remember the last time they did something like this to promote home ownership among those with lower incomes and who, were not really qualified to own a home. It resulted in a massive housing market crash. Remember? Not long after they implemented the program. So the low-income buyers all started defaulting on their loans, leaving the banks with huge numbers of foreclosures to get rid of. So the banks dropped the home prices to sell them quickly, and it tanked the entire real estate market, ladies and gentlemen. Okay? Are they looking to create a repeat of that disaster? Maybe some people are forever renters because they're not responsible people, and being a landlord for 15 plus years, I can tell you that's the case. The housing market has been hit hard by a series of, right now, Federal Reserve interest rate hikes that have driven mortgage rates above 6%, still historically low, roughly double the level from early 2022. The Fed has raised rates rapidly to bring down inflation. It's all transitory, remember, which hit a 4-year decade high under the Biden administration. Never been this high, 9.1% last summer. It's really higher. Inflation's 18%. So let me, in sum, mortgage fee rules quietly get overhauled, resulting in discounted rates for riskier credit homebuyers and forcing higher credit homebuyers to foot the bill. Bottom line, ladies and gentlemen, in true government fashion, reward bad behavior at the expense of good, responsible behavior. It's un-American. It's wrong. So I can tell you, I have dealt with tenants. I'm on rent mediation boards here in the state of California. I'm in Wisconsin. I'm outside other states, and I'm on conference calls for this. And I think homeownership is great. We want to try to help people out. But some people are forever renters because they're not responsible. They don't pay their bills. And we have precedent for this. I mean, I'm someone that rewards my tenants. It's the same thing in the corporate world, which drives me nuts when you get mid-level bosses who really want to micromanage their team. You treat everyone equal. You're there as a boss. It's so simple. It's unbelievable. You're there as a boss to provide solutions to problems for your team. Okay, you're all equal. That's how I did it for my team when I was a boss. I still am. And I worked for many bosses that just didn't get that. They had a power trip. Maybe problems with the wife or boyfriend at home. Who knows? Like to boss people around, put that hammer. You don't micromanage people that are getting it done for you. You manage up. Okay, so it's incredible. You have people that worry about that you're going to take their job, right? You have to worry about that. But if you get a good boss, they're managing up, working on their own career, and saying good things about you, and you want to keep people on a long leash. They work hard, you reward them. It's so simple. Everyone's equal. The same with dealing with a tenant. I'm like, hey, you're in this home. This home is yours. It's your home. I expect you to treat it with respect because, technically, yes, it's not yours, and you want to treat even things that aren't yours with even greater respect, and you do a good job, I'm going to reward you. During COVID, some of my tenants, I didn't raise rent, right? At the end of the year, if someone makes payments on time for 12 months, I give them a $500 gift card. Some, others it's $100, okay? So I have one tenant, it's unbelievable. I gave her a $500 gift card. She pays 2 days before. She cleans the carpets in the house, has a professional service come in. She even replaced a window. She replaced the dishwasher, didn't charge me. That's someone I'm going to reward. She loves the house, and I take care of her, and that's what you have to do. But you get a lot of landlords that don't do that. They just focus on making money, cha-ching, cha-ching. You treat your tenants as equal. But being in the business a long time and still want to be in it a lot longer, Some people just don't have the responsibility of paying bills, putting a budget together, of buying a home. They just don't. And my concern is we have precedent, and this is terrible. You're penalizing people that are doing well, that worked hard on their credit and pay their bills on time, and they got to subsidize other people to try to own a home. I think it could have disastrous effects down the road. I think it's un-American and it's wrong. Have a great week.